Hello, hello. Hope everyone is well. It is Brianna here, holistic health and life coach and wellness advocate for essential oils. And I am just here to recap a class we had yesterday evening with my friend Carrie Brown, yoga instructor, nutritionist, and accountant by day. So her and I resonate a lot with each other. I'm just going to say, I'm not a yoga expert. I'm not all that. And I am still figuring out what I fully believe and think about that, and that's really it. But I know that when most people think about relaxing, they think about stretching, they think about yoga, they think about Pilates, just because we are overstimulated. Hi, whoever joined, feel free to say hello. We're overstimulated. We're constantly living in what is known as the stress response, right, where we are in our sympathetic nervous system, that we're always fight or flighting, mentally, physically, all over, right? And our body responds to stress in the same way, mentally and physically. But what we need to be more in is this parasympathetic nervous system. So this rest and digest response. And how we get there is through things such as essential oils, is through things such as breathing, meditation, relaxation, stretching, all those things. And so last night, Carrie really took us through, we kind of dueled it. I talked about the oils and she talked a lot about yoga, and then particularly 3 chakras are known as energy centers. And we smelled some oils that help with those energy centers, and then we did a pose and so forth, right? Let me just share this. One sec. And, it's just really important, I think, to understand this, like how we actually relax and all of that. So I'm just going to post this in a couple groups. All right. Again, hi, whoever joined. Hello. Feel free to say hello and answer questions. So I'm just going to go through some notes briefly around this. So if you don't know what essential oils are, or you're not familiar with them, you're not sure how they work, why we should even use them, why I use doTERRA, all of those things, I actually have an essential oils one-on-one webinar and series where it will send you a little couple emails to just kind of go into depth of things on the webinar that you can sign up for and get access to right away. So I'm going to put the link in here just so you can know if you're like, what is she talking about? Why should I care about oils? Definitely watch that, or even sign up for the series and get the emails. So that way you'll have a foundation of what that is. So sign up for that, the one-on-one webinar. You can access it anytime, as well as some of you are already in this group, but I created a group last week called the doTERRA Essential Oil Education Group with Brianna Wilkerson, and that's really going to be a place where I dive deep into the things that I am learning about oils, as well as the things that I believe people should know. And so we went through the 101 series last week, and this week I'm kind of introducing some what I call the 5 pillars of essential oils education, such as introducing the oil itself, science, sourcing, safety, and uses and testimonies from that. So that's kind of just framing what those things are. Then next week we'll pick an oil a week and go through those 5 pillars. Okay? So sign up for the webinar, which you'll get access to the group anyways, or join the group for more in-depth education around this. But I just kind of wanted to share a little bit about essential oils for yoga. And so yoga itself does originate from the eastern side of the world, and many people, there is a spiritual element to it. Many people would say that a lot of people don't realize there's a spiritual element to it. A lot of people would say stay away from it because of that. A lot of people just want to relax and recognize that it helps them get to that relaxation response quicker. I'm not here right now to tell you whether or not to do yoga. That's not my job. I'm still exploring it myself, and that's what I'm going to tell you. I'm still exploring it, and I am a Christian, so a lot of Christians would say don't do it, and all these different things. So I'm just trying to get where I'm at, and I'm just letting you know I'm on that exploration stage. But I do know in the times that I have done stretching or anything like that that has really, I've been still, my relaxation response goes up and my stress response goes down, right? So what I want to do is help you stress less and relax more. And so what Carrie did yesterday was go through these, what are called energy centers in our body. The official name is Chakra. And we focus, there's about 7. There's the root, there's your sacral, your solar, your heart, your throat, like kind of like your forehead, and then your top of your head. We went through like kind of the mid part. We went through like your solar plexus, which is your digestive area, your heart area, and then your throat, and talked about the significance of those areas, right? Just to kind of recap, the significance of your solar plexus or your digestive system, which you all know I'm so passionate about, is that when it is like the center, your core is the center of who you are, for one. But it's also the place physically where 60-80% of our immune system is, where if we're not paying attention to this core area, everything in our body and our lives can be out of whack, because your mood can be regulated from the serotonin made in your gut, your immune system, your blood flow, energy levels, all these different things, but emotionally as well. This core centered area is a place where you can feel more, when you're just centered in general, you feel more clarity, you feel more grounded, you feel more in control, you feel that you kind of can own things a little bit more, I guess. And so that's kind of that area. And why we want to take care of that, because one, if our core is out of balance physically, we're out of balance. And if it's out of balance emotionally, it's out of balance. And so there are a couple of different oils, and I went overboard last night, and I know that because I just love them. But there's a couple of different oils. The first one is Digestion. Digestion is really what it says. It's about giving your digestive and gastrointestinal tract peace. Zen, 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 zen. And it is filled with ginger, peppermint, tarragon, fennel, caraway, coriander, and anise. Hey, Roxanne. Hello. And the emotional benefit is healthy digestion and of life, of being able to process ideas, being able to transform ideas into reality. And then again, the physical uses are any digestive issue, such as heartburn, acid reflux, diarrhea, all these different things, right? And so this blend is great to rub on your stomach. And then, I'm going to just say this from now as I'm learning more. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? The amounts will differ depending on the person. Like a baby should use way less essential oils in general than an adult, and so forth, right? If you have very sensitive skin, you might want to use a coconut oil to use. And certain oils, you should just use coconut oil anyways. This one, in my opinion, in my experience, and after realizing it, you can put this one straight on, what we call neat. But again, I would just recommend using coconut oil just to be safe if you're worried about that. Good, Roxanne, you've been using Digestion? That's so great. I'm glad. So glad. How's it been going? Has it been going well? Hope so. You can also take this one internally in a capsule or in a drop of water. Micah, are you still in Germany, Micah? Hope you're well. So fun. Okay, moving on. So Digestion, and then again, remember within that is a blend of different things such as ginger, peppermint, caraway, tarragon, and anise or fennel is really the one most people smell. So any of those single oils work, but two of my favorites again are peppermint and ginger. Those are the things people recommend when your stomach's upset, when you're sick. Again, immune system, right? So these ones are really great, and you can smell these as well as topically and internally. So what we did is that we took these, some people applied them, they smelled them last night, and then we did kind of a pose. I'm trying to remember, I do not remember the official name, kind of twisting, you know, that twisty pose. And what it did was just kind of loosen up the inside and the organs and kind of allow the blood flow to go a little more. Oh, Roxanne also bought the capsules to take internally for Digestion. Perfect. Yeah, if you know you're going to just take them internally, buy the capsules. Okay, the next one was the heart chakra, or that really explains it, the heart or the center of who you are. And the psychological functions from this are self-control, compassion, forgiveness, harmony, peace, renewal, growth. And this is the one I just went killer with, because I'm like, all the oils have an emotional benefit, all of them. And I was just like, oil, oil, oil. But really what we want to do is understand that this area, the heart, our heart is who it is. It communicates who we are, communicates what we feel, communicates what we're passionate about. And so this is an area we need to take more care of. And some essential oils to kind of help with that is, they recommend breathe. Now this is more so along the lines of when you're able to breathe in and breathe out, that elicits the relaxation, rest and digest response. But you're able to get a lot more centered. If you just think about it, when you're stressed or something's going, you're rattling, if you just take 5 minutes, take a deep breath in, deep breath out, you'll start to get calm. It is just physiologically and psychologically, that's just what happens. So what breathe does, especially great for any physical activity, because it helps open those airways, right? And just allows you to breathe in and breathe out. So you're able to get to that heart matter. You're able to get to that issue or that sense of peace quicker. So this has laurel leaf, peppermint, eucalyptus, ravensara, melaleuca, and lemon. It's not recommended you take this one internally. It's not going to, I'm just going to say, try not to take it internally. I accidentally did once, and I was okay. But it's, again, I'm just trying to be more careful about what I say about safety, so it's not recommended to take internally. So just diffuse that or smell it or put that on, okay? Some other ones that I will just go into and say is rose. Rose has typically been only available once a year, if that, because it takes about 14,000 petals to make one 5 milliliter bottle of rose. Very concentrated, very potent, very amazing in regards to its physical benefits, but especially emotional. It's the oil of divine love and caring. And so right now, doTERRA now has it available all year in a roller bottle. So it's diluted in coconut oil and you could rub it on. So it is one of my favorite oils, and it's one that I use sparingly, but it is definitely one I was telling the ladies the other day that when I'm in a place of I'm just going to love on myself, go take a bath, go just relax, I put some rose on, and it gets me to that heart part quicker. Hi, Gailey. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining us. Gets me to that heart issue or quicker, and I can just get more centered. And it's just such a beautiful oil. I wish you could smell it. If not, buy it, right? And then jasmine. Everyone knows jasmine. And it is a very potent oil because it takes about 8,000 flowers for jasmine to make this one bottle. But this is also now available year-round. Oh, man. How am I supposed to get anything else done after smelling all this? Be calm. So there's a couple other ones that are really great, but I'm just going to say these last two because these two are actually free this month for orders over 200 points, and that's Serenity and Balance. Serenity and Balance are two of the oils that I diffuse every night at bedtime. Kind of set it up in my room, and I kind of allow it to keep diffusing as I'm getting ready for bed. And Serenity is what it's about. It is about bringing your mind, your body to that restful place, because often when we try to sleep, that is when we can't sleep. Because it's the first time for the whole day we're just stopping. So our mind is trying to digest everything, right? Trying to work through everything. And then it can keep going. So what we need is a little serenity. And this has lavender, cedarwood, hoewood, ylang ylang, marjoram, Roman chamomile, vanilla, and vetiver, and Hawaiian sandalwood. One of my favorites. Diffuse this one or use it topically. So aromatically and topically. Balance is the grounding blend. It is known as more of like a centering blend that has fractionated coconut oil in it, spruce, hoewood, frankincense, blue tansy, which is a new oil out, and blue chamomile and osmanthus. And this is one that is very, I guess it's just grounding. And so these two I use a lot to get my heart and my body and my mind to that centering place. the last chakra energy center we talked about is the throat. And this is the place where we communicate. We communicate. We're able to express vocally express through our words. And this is often the place for most people, they struggle. Because whether it's physically, like this is where you get sick and you tend to have colds, it starts here. Or if it is just you lack confidence, you lack self-expression. You feel like your voice is small or weak, or if you have a fear of speaking. So what we want to do is open up that voice so you can be able to speak and communicate more. So whispering blend is one, and there's many oils that can go for this, but whispering blend is one. It's the women's month. It is not the women's monthly, the women's blend. And it is supposed to be an oil of femininity, oil of communication. Well, lavender is an oil of communication. And so it's just a matter of, I'm going to put a little here. I actually use this and some of the flowers as perfumes. Yep. I need to buy a new one. It's finished. And, you know, it just, again, expresses the ability to communicate, speak one's truth. And another one, if you're like, that's a women's blend. But hey, men can use it too, is Citrus Bliss. And this one's also free this month with orders over 200. So I got this one because it's running low. And this is all of the citrus oils doTERRA has in one bottle with some vanilla. It is literally Citrus Bliss. I know that's like, whatever, Brie, that's the name. But it is. It's so beautiful, so sweet. And it's the oil of just creativity and being able to create, being able to communicate. And there's tons of other ones too, right? So those are some of the basic ones there. Is that we talked about, you know, the digestive area. And that some oils is Digestion, peppermint, and ginger. Then we talked about the heart area. And we talked about rose, jasmine, Serenity, Balance, Breathe. And then we talked about the throat area. And Breathe can go for that too. As well as, I would actually say On Guard, which is the protective immunity blend. Because if you're fine, you're getting sick here, it could be an immune problem as well. So we want to take care of that. But also Citrus Bliss and Whisper is great. Then the last bit I'm going to talk about are 3 oils that I'm getting next week, because it's coming next week, are the new yoga oils. There are 3 new blends that doTERRA has come out with that are for people who are specifically doing yoga or doing relaxation activities. And the first one is Anchor, and that's called the Steady Blend. And that is where you begin. It's about supporting feelings of completeness, devotion, courage. And again, kind of like the grounding blend or balance, getting that steady foundation to move forward. And it includes lavender, cedarwood, frankincense, cinnamon, sandalwood, black pepper, and patchouli. So because it has cinnamon and black pepper, I would recommend using coconut oil and putting on your skin. But diffusing it in the air is a great way to do it. Align is the centering blend. So kind of similar to the things we've talked about, those chakras or whatever, right? They promote feelings of self-acceptance, trust, encourages harmony and calm progress, and is used to accept yourself and stand in integrity and trust. It includes bergamot, coriander, marjoram, peppermint, geranium, basil, rose, and jasmine. So the heart as well as this area. And then the last is Arise. It's the enlightening blend. It promotes happiness, clarity, and courage. It encourages the rising to achieve goal and improve performance. And it includes lemon, grapefruit, Siberian fir, osmanthus, and melissa. Okay, so that 3 oils are available now as well. So that's kind of it for me. I just wanted to recap that. If you are interested, again, in learning more about the basics, I have a webinar series, or you could schedule a call with me, because I think sometimes the best way to say, well, how can I get started with oils, or I have these oils, how do I connect them to my needs, is to talk with someone. And so I offer these 30-minute consultations. And the third thing too is, if you're interested in any of these oils I talked about for yoga, definitely schedule a consultation or reach out to me and we can talk a little bit more about that. I just want to make sure, whether you have oils or you are thinking about using oils, that you know how to use them. And I do use doTERRA, so my knowledge and experience is coming from that point of view as well. So that's it from me. Have a great day. Thanks for whoever stayed, and feel free to ask questions here again if you think of some more, or if you if you're watching the replay, feel free to say hello and ask questions as well. That's it for me. Have a great day, guys. Bye.